1942. Now in his 34th year of service, he has served the police department with great pride and integrity, always holding the highest standards for his professionalism for the department. To be recognized for this award by your superiors and peers on your own department holds one of the highest honors for any police officer. I had the honor of serving with John for 14 years and remain a true friend. And that it is without reservation that I can say it comes to no surprise that he is receiving this award this evening. For those who are not aware, this being his last year of service as a police officer in the department, John has opted out to retire in February of 2017 and begun a new era of his life. I would also like to recognize his wife Kim, his children, his son Matt, and his daughter Jamie, and that, as every officer depends on his or her family while serving as they too are part of a successful career. I also like to recognize his friends and family who are here this evening to show the love and friendship for a man who takes great pride in his professionalism and his community. Too often we forget the sacrifices made by our men and women in blue, and that they are our front line protecting our property, our peace, our family, and our lives. Sergeant Jackson is an example of what a police officer is and should be. I'm proud to be able to sit here this evening and represent our community as we support our police department and proudly recognize Sergeant Jackson. Now I'd like to read in the official minutes of Plymouth Township Council the following resolution for the Police Officer of the Year. Whereas Sergeant Jackson has been employed by the Plymouth Township Police Department since January of 1982 and has continually demonstrated the traits and characteristics that make an ideal police officer, and whereas Sergeant Jackson has displayed leadership and poise under extreme circumstances, and whereas Sergeant Jackson has shown a willingness to offer guidance and support to his fellow officers, now therefore be resolved and known that Sergeant Jackson has earned the trust and respect of his fellow officers and has consistently portrayed a positive image of the Plymouth Township Police Department. And be it further resolved that this resolution be entered on the official minutes of Plymouth Township, and that a copy of this resolution be publicly tendered to Sergeant Jackson, adopted this 13th day of June 2016. I make a motion to adopt this resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Trask. Any questions or comments from council? Questions? Yes.
I would just like to say thank you to you and your family for all that you've given to Plymouth. Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Sergeant Jackson very well for the years that he's been as a police officer. It speaks for itself. So thank you.
Chief Lawrence, any comment?
Just to echo the words that members of council said, John does fit that description of an officer of the year. Anything I ask John to do, he does it. And I just like to take up the timely part of it. Sometimes I have to remind him a few times what he's supposed to be doing for me. But other than that, he does everything that he's asked. John puts in a lot of extra time, extra hours. He never asks for any extra compensation. He just does what a supervisor and what a police officer does, and what every officer I think that we have here at Plymouth, we're lucky enough to have work for us does. So, John, thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Do a roll call vote. Mr. Higgins.
In favor.
Ms. Bruno.
In favor.
Mr. Trask. In favor. And Mr. Monero.
In favor.
And the chair votes in favor. John, could you come up, please?
Like she'll take better pictures.
Moving down the agenda, I'd like to call Chief